Now, it's not often we get to discuss UFOs on this programme, not often enough, you might say, but tonight the Pentagon has given us the perfect excuse. A former defence official has told CNBC that when it comes to UFOs, the US has a massive intelligence failure on its hands. Next month, Congress is set to be briefed on UFOs when a long-awaited Pentagon report is released. In April last year, the US Department of Defense authorised the release of 3 historical US Navy videos depicting unidentified aerial phenomena. And here is one of them.
My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing. It's rotating.
Well, I'm joined by the writer Gideon Lewis-Krauss from The New Yorker, and I guess this report will go before Congress next month. So just give us a flavour of the buzz around this. Are people taking it seriously? Are they shocked, or is it starting to shift now?
Well, it's been shifting for the last few years. Ever since the New York Times ran a big story in December of 2017, all of a sudden it's gained currency as a credible topic of conversation in the States for the first time since the late 1960s. And certainly that has reached a kind of fever pitch here over the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of media attention with the expectation that this report next month might actually reveal something.
And when you hear Marco Rubio, the Florida senator, saying we cannot allow, his words, the stigma of UFOs to keep us from seriously investigating this, you don't know whether the stupid people are the ones who believe it or the stupid people are the ones who don't believe it.
Well, I think the most sane and least sensationalistic way to interpret that kind of statement is to say that the Pentagon is a classic, military bureaucracy. Everything is reported in precisely the way that it's expected to be reported. Everything goes in its slot. And that one way to read this is to say, we're entering a new era of potential drone warfare, and that we actually just need better reporting procedures such that when people see strange things in the sky, they don't feel like they're going to be labeled hallucinatory kooks if they speak out about it.
So can we talk about these strange things in the sky then? I mean, when you break it down, you've got, I guess, a choice of whether the UFOs are secret US military, a foreign player of some sorts, or something inexplicable and extraterrestrial, right?
Right. Those are the 3 options. I mean, or it's just a lot of instrumental glitches. But the problem with that interpretation is that it's hard to square a lot of instrumental glitches with the kind of radar returns that we have, and especially the pilot testimony complicates that way of trying to write it all off. But yet, those are the 3 categories. And it does seem like plenty of people have said it's very hard to imagine that it's the first category because we simply don't test our newest, most classified military equipment in live training ranges in restricted airspace without notifying our pilots first. So it seems hard to believe that it would be that first one. Certainly, it seems like most of the military people involved would lean toward this second interpretation, that this is probably some new generation of drones or drones potentially disguised to look like something else, but that we should really be prepared for these things, that it's alarming if drones are operating, are making incursions into restricted airspace with impunity.
And we've already, I guess, got a culture war going on in the US. So isn't the likelihood that people who believed in them before all this will carry on believing in them, and people who find another explanation or a conspiracy or whatever will go for that, and people who won't be shifted on this? I mean, do you think it will actually have an impact in Congress?
Well, this might actually be one of the rare issues that that unites many Americans. So far, at least, it does not seem to be showing a bipartisan split one way or a partisan split one way or another. There's a lot of bipartisan interest in this. Not only Senator Rubio, who of course has been outspoken about it, but Senator Mark Warner of Virginia has spoken about this. And there's been people on both sides of the aisle who seem to be very interested in the UFO phenomenon. So it's possible that this will help heal America's divisions. Everybody getting excited about UFO.
I think that might be the most extraordinary thing of all. Gideon Lewis-Krauss, thank you very much indeed. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you.